Yes, you
Can
hot.
you hear?
Yeah, you hot. You hot.
Oh, I just heard something in the background. My fault.
No, you good. You
Um,
hot.
I wanted to ask. I was going to ask a lot, but before I leave, because I know it get crowded, I wanted to ask you: can you put on your referee hat for a second? Because I know you said you was a referee for like 4 or 5 years, right?
5 years. Yes, sir. I repped at the JUCO and the D3 level.
All right. So, in your opinion, from that perspective, watching the NBA, do you feel like the new thing they did helped the NBA as far as rules change for the referees? I mean, that's not necessarily a referee thing, that's an NBA thing. But from a referee standpoint, do you feel like there was transitions where as a referee you feel like the game got better for the NBA?
Now, just so you know, there's a reason why the whistle doesn't blow as much for LeBron James. When I say when I say it doesn't blow, I'm talking about on the defensive end. There's a reason why the whistle doesn't blow as much for LeBron James or Jason Tatum or Joker or Joel Embiid. And the reason why is because these people pay a lot of money to come see these guys. And the last thing that we want is for a guy to be sitting on the sideline when you got a guy who paid $800 to come watch him. So there's a call that you might get where let's say as one of the officials, I'm in the seat. That's the guy that stands at the free throw line of the three officials. You see the guy on the baseline, you see the guy at the free throw line, and you see the guy close to the half court. That's the trail official. So if I'm in the seat position, that's the center, and I'm watching the action between, let's say, LeBron James or not LeBron James, let's say Joker and another big. And if this guy's roughing up Joker, I might have to blow the whistle in favor of Joker to keep Joker on the floor. I got to make sure that Joker stays on the floor because again, it is a numbers game, and a lot of these guys have to stay on the floor. Don't get me wrong. You had that scandal with the referees where these guys got to clean the game up and you got to call the game as fair as possible. What I can't have though is I can't have stars on the bench early and often. That just looks bad.
All right, one more question.
I think this is going to be good for the NBA. With having stars play more, I think the quality of the game is going to go up.
All right, that's what's up. Just one more question. Because the title of your show, you said who I think going to be or who we think going to be the MVP. So I wanted to ask when you decide that, in your opinion, do you factor in them getting to the free throw line? Because what I'm saying that to say, I favor the player that scores most of their points from the field goal opposed to the free throw line, like a Joel Embiid opposed to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander or something.
I want to make sure I'm understanding your question, Breezy. Do I favor who?
I'm asking like when it comes down to deciding who's the MVP, right? Because you see how Joel Embiid was the MVP last year, and then he went to the playoffs and he stunk it up.
Right.
So I'm saying that to say he got a lot of his points from the free throw line. So in my opinion, that was a big part of his offense. And I don't want to see the MVP go to somebody who's known for getting a lot of points because of the free throw line. Now, it does count, but I just don't think it counts more than someone who's more efficient with field goals.
Right, that's fair too, and it depends on where you're getting it at. So if I'm a big and I'm getting fouled a lot around the rim, as opposed to I'm begging for fouls on the perimeter, those two things don't work, right? If I'm a big and I'm playing on the block, if I'm getting to the line by getting hit going to the basket, and I'm more aggressive on the glass, we're getting putbacks and getting fouled. That's different. Where I'm getting 7, 8, 9 free throws, and 5 of them come from stuff like that. That's different than me being 18 feet away from the basket and I'm trying to do step back pull-ups and I'm begging for fouls.
Nah, that's what's up. Nah, I appreciate you. So just one last thing I just wanted to say is that I think DFS got a high upside. I know he didn't play great in those. I heard y'all talking about him earlier in the show. I know he didn't play great in those last 28 games, but I think the Brooklyn Nets keep him because of his high upside. And he's a big body, prototype wise. You don't want to lose somebody like that for anybody. And they saying that he's a good defender, and we're gonna need that on the Brooklyn Nets. So So my question is, do you think that DFS has a high upside for the Brooklyn Nets next season?
Yes, I do. I think that he's gonna be great on the perimeter for you guys as a defender, right? And as a guy who can make open shots. Absolutely, I think he's gonna be real good for y'all. 100%.
Breezy.
Nah, sure. Yeah.
Breezy.
Yeah. What up, Big Alex?
What's your projection for the Nets next season, like seed wise, playoff wise?
See, Waz, I got us tough at 6. I got us a tough 6. I got us toggling between 6 and 7, and I got us in some part of the season holding 5th for maybe, I don't know, a week or 2 or something like that. But for the most part, I got us holding strong at 6, toggle between 6 and 7 and 5 a little, but a strong 6.
Okay, that's fair.
Hold that thought for a second. I got a guy in the chat. The basketball goats from Philly, Kobe and Wilt. So first of all, we already know that this is a guy who's a Kobe